got your 10 turn mounted in there. There's your talk back. I gotta follow the wires back and unplug them and everything, get it out of here. Actually, you know, if you'd like for me to, I think what I'm going to do is just move the talk back control down to, well, let's see, maybe I can't do that. Yeah, may not be able to do that, because that's PC boards all one piece right there. So this guy here will just be disconnected and non-functional. But you'll have a 10 turn. Okay, more to come. Okay, so what I've done, I've removed the connector from the board for the fine and coarse tune. Okay, and I've plugged it onto the end of the harness that goes to the clarifier. Okay, I'm going to put some heat shrink over the end of it. But if you ever want to restore the radio back like it was, all you got to do is insert this in the board and solder it in. Okay, well, you got to put some jumpers and stuff in here, but yeah, you just remove that stuff and then reinstall this. Okay, right, more to come. Okay, there it is in heat shrink, so it can't touch anything. It'd just be laying inside the radio. Okay, got it all wired up. What I did was put a 3-pin connector on there. Okay, ran the wires up to the 10 turn. Got heat shrink on the connections there. I want to make sure they don't short out to anything or to each other. And your clarifier is now unlocked. It moves transmit and receive together. Okay. All right, more to come. Okay, here we go. 225, there's your 10 turn. You can see the wire, the connections right there. 10 turns are nice. That's up 5, 6, 7, goes up 8. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, goes down 3, up 8, down 3. I might adjust that. Yeah, let's make it come down a little more. See how far up it goes. Goes up to 33. Down to 222. Let me adjust that and I'll be back. Here's a little better shot of the 10 turn and the insulators. It's nice. And I've adjusted it now. There's 225. There's 5 down. There's 7 down. Okay. There's center slot. There's 5 up right there. There's 7 up. So it goes 7 up and 7 down. And it moves transmit and receive. That's nice. You know, I know this guy here is not going to do anything. It's just going to be a dummy and just sit there. I could wire up the talk back to this one, but you wouldn't be able to turn talk back off. I'll send you an email and ask you what you want me to do with that. I got a pretty good idea. You'll just tell me to leave it disconnected, because if I wire it into talk back, then I got to take apart that connector and wire this talk back, and you'd still have one control that's not in use. Okay, more to come. Okay, I'm not sure if I'd showed you the inside of it yet, but there's your upgraded 3300 microfarad cap for the voltage regulator. You also have to squeeze it up against the wall of the radio so that it'll clear the amplifier box. There's a 3300 microfarad upgrade for your voltage input filter buffer. It was a 1025 volt. There's your 15 kilohertz 10.7 IF filter, and that's to help prevent adjacent channel rejection, or to increase adjacent channel rejection, reduce bleed over. And your first RF amp has been upgraded. Let me turn the radio down a little bit. This radio already had the Schottkys in it, so I didn't have to change those. Okay. Alright, let me put it together here and I'll give you an output sample. Show you some wattage. Be right back. Okay, Steve, here's your radio. Alright, where the talkback used to be now is the 10 turn. Okay, and I've tried to get it to where that the set screw is at 12 o'clock when you're on center slot. Alright, let's do some power checks. Okay, I got 100 watt slugs. That one is RMS. This one is peak for the peak meter. This guy here is going to be reading on the 100 watt scale. This guy here I've got set to the ×5 scale. Okay, so we'll be reading on the center part of the meter. It's 500, 400, 300. Okay. Alright, I got it hooked to a 50 amp power supply. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, audio test. Wow, this one's doing about 350 watts peak. What's the RMS? RMS is about 60 watts. Audio, hello, hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. It's going to my cantenna, which has about a 5-foot piece of RG Mini X connected to it. So that's on AM. I am on a dummy load, believe it or not. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, audio testing, testing audio, hello audio, audio hello. You see it's about 300 watts peak, and it's bouncing my RMS meter over in the corner there. Okay, I'll set it back to AM. Let's see, let's put it on channel 38. Channel 38. Let's see what it's doing on channel 38. Audio, hello. That's on AM. Switch to sideband, lower sideband, channel 38. Audio, hello, hello, audio. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. I'm just talking into the microphone. It's just a stock little microphone. Okay. So your stock mic that comes with this radio is going to be plenty to drive it. If you want to use a power mic, you're going to have to cut the mic gain down, or it will overdrive the radio. Okay. One more thing, Steve. Be sure you use a really good SWR meter when you're setting up your antenna for this radio. Okay. You saw the output power of the radio. You don't want any of that power reflected back into it, because reflected power back into these MOSFET amplifiers will blow them up. I've got one setting waiting to be repaired right now that's got all 8, well no, let's see, 4 of the MOSFETs are just popped open, but I'm pretty sure all 8 are bad. Okay, check and recheck your SWR. Make sure you don't drive these amplifiers into high SWR. Okay, you want a 1.5 or less, preferably a 1.1 to 1. But use a good high quality SWR meter, like a ham radio SWR meter. I don't mean a Microna or Radio Shack brand or a Pyramid or a Workman. You know, don't get anything like that. If you can find like one of the old pace meters, I'm talking about the old ones from the 70s and 80s, back when they made high quality CB stuff, that would be okay. But you know, a good, like a Daiwa, a good quality SWR meter, something that you know that the reading is true. Don't go by the SWR meter in this thing, because they're okay for reference, but they're not that accurate. Okay? All right. Well, I'm going to put the screws in it, box it up, and get her shipped out. Steve, sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73s, everybody.